There, I'm Christine Dunbar from SpeechModification.com, and this is my Smart American Accent Training. Welcome to our Word of the Day series, where I've been taking your requests for words you'd like help to pronounce in American English. Today's request was for the word anesthesia, so we'll look at how to pronounce anesthesia and anesthesiologist easily and smoothly in your everyday speech. Let's break down these words for you and look at where we stress, where we have clear vowels, and what the sounds are in the words. First of all, looking at anesthesia, we have third syllable stress. So the the syllable is stressed. The other syllables are shorter and may have reduced vowels. The letter A in the beginning says the a, black cat vowel, and, just like in the word an apple, an egg, etc. Letter E says vowel schwa. It sounds like So we have anus, anus for the first two syllables. Then this TH is a voiceless TH. It sounds like in think or thing. In this case, it's the. The letter E says the clear E vowel. So I wrote that here with two E's. You want to make sure that you have a clear vowel there, and that's a syllable you hold longer. Generally speaking, if you start on the stressed syllable and build the word, it typically helps you get the rhythm of the word more easily. So in this case, you would try thesia, thesia, anesthesia, so that the anus is very short and light leading up to the the. Then we have the letter S says the zh sound. In the dictionary, you'll see this symbol. We have this in words like measure with letter S, in words like garage with the second letter G. And it's basically like an SH sound, like the sh sound, but my voice is on. So starting with a word like sh, she, then you turn your voice on. Zh is the sound that you want. The SIA says the zh sound and the sound, vowel schwa. So you could try shut, like this word, which has the same vowel and the SH, and then turn your voice on. Shut, jut, and then just ja for the last syllable here. Again, try building from the stress syllable. Thesia, thesia, anesthesia. Not easy to do that STH combo. You may find that the TH is difficult in this context because it's in the middle, because it's stressed. It's a little bit unusual for the patterns of English. So if it helps to just take it one syllable at a time slowly, anesthesia, anesthesia, and build it back up more quickly, that's another technique you can use to practice this word. Then when we look at anesthesiologist, this one's tough because it has these same difficult sounds, but it has a different stress pattern and it's even longer. So our primary stress on anesthesiologist is on the ah syllable, and that letter O says the ah sound. So we have, up until then, the same sounds, some of the same sounds. We still have anesthe. So those first three syllables are the same, anesthesia, anesthe. So you can work on that. Only this time the the is also going to be quick. And then instead of a zh for that, S is now going to say a z sound. So the zh was tongue further back, more opening, zh, versus z, tongue is right behind the lower front teeth, and it's a skinny little opening, z, like the Z sound. Anesthesiologist. So you might just start with ah, ology. Oh, I did ology here. So ology for anesthesiology with a Y, and then gist would have an IST. So if you're just doing the anesthesiology, the area, then you have an E at the end, or anesthesiologist, if you're talking about the specific doctor. Okay, anyway, building from the stress syllable, ologist, and that is something good to practice because we also use that with psychologist, other zoologist, other fields that have ologist for the name of the person. We have a schwa for that second O. This letter G says the j sound, like G or gist. Okay, so building it up, Anesthesiologist. 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 Not simple. You may need to slow down on this word until you've had some time to practice it. But once you can say it by itself, each of these words, you do want to try them in some short phrases so that you can build it into your everyday speech. She had to go under anesthesia for her surgery. They only needed to use local anesthesia for that procedure. She didn't have to go under general anesthesia. The anesthesiologist is every laboring woman's best friend. The anesthesiologist monitors the patient during the surgery. Okay, if you have a request you'd like to see as part of the Word of the Day series, do feel free to leave that in the comments for this video or any of my videos. We cover a new word each day and they all come from viewer requests. We also have a free Word of the Day course on speechmodification.com that has these videos as well as definitions for the words. That course is completely free, as are some of our other online courses. We also have online courses for the sounds of English. So one of our courses helps break down each of the sounds, consonant and vowel sounds. We also have courses for accent training that help you integrate sounds, look at accent error patterns and how to correct them. All of our courses are either free or under $2, so check those out on speechmodification.com. I'll be back again tomorrow with another Word of the Day class, as well as on Friday, we'll have our live question and answer class. You can attend and ask about words, sounds, pronunciation, anything to help you improve your overall communication and American accent. I look forward to seeing you there. I'm Christine Dunbar from speechmodification.com. Remember, if you want to sound like a native speaker, you can do it. speechmodification.com. Bye, everyone. Hope to see you again tomorrow.